Hey friends, it's Karen here, and today I want to talk to you guys about something that is really important to me. So if you've ever taken a look at my blog or my Instagram, you'll notice that I talk a lot about ethical fashion, about fair trade, about green beauty. And I talk about these things because over the past couple of years, their importance has grown enough for me to understand that I have to share this with other people, because I truly believe that every single decision we make is important and impacts someone somewhere else in the world. I'm so blessed that I've had the opportunity to do so much travel and meet different people and see different walks of life and just see beautiful moments of generosity and love in communities that I never even thought that I'd be able to see. And so it's just this love for humanity that continually grows within me. And that might sound like a weird hippie thing to say, but I really do want to do my best to love other people no matter where they are in the world. And so my way of doing that is ensuring that the things that I buy, like this shirt or the product, the makeup that's on my skin right now, was made in a healthy and loving way. And so basically what that means is that I care, and we, meaning the company that I'm purchasing it from, and I cared about the people that made it, the materials that went into creating that product, and finally the person that's purchasing it. So the most important thing for me is, how was this made? Yes, now that we are learning more about the environment and how much we as human beings have impacted our environment poorly, those things are surfacing for me as well, and I'm trying to pay more attention to that and be much more conscious about my plastic consumption and the way that I treat this globe as well. But my initial concern was always for people. So I'm just encouraging you to really ask yourself, who made this shirt that I'm wearing right now? Who made this food that I'm buying in the supermarket? And it might sound like a lot to ask, but you can just choose one thing to think more about. Like, decide to focus on chocolate, for example. Sorry that I used chocolate as an example, because this is going to make some of you sad, but I want to read you something from the Huffington Post that's actually from an investigative report done by the BBC. So I try my best only to eat chocolate that is made in a fair trade way, and so it has to have that little fair trade symbol on it. But I will admit, if somebody else buys non-fair trade chocolate, I have eaten it before. So I'm just going to read this little excerpt for you. I'll just read it. So, hundreds of thousands of children are being purchased from their parents or outright stolen and then shipped to Ivory Coast, where they are enslaved and forced to work on cocoa farms. I'm going to go a little further down. This terrible reality is that these children, 11 to 16-year-olds, but sometimes younger, are forced to do hard manual labor for around 80 to 100 hours a week. And I love chocolate, and I'm sorry to make you sad with that information, but the truth is that there is so much suffering in the world that we are attached to, and we don't really think about it. Before reading that article and before investigating more about chocolate and some of the other foods that I eat, I had no idea that someone was suffering so that I could have cheap chocolate. Because yes, fair trade chocolate is much more expensive than non-fair trade chocolate, and I'm not saying that every chocolate you eat has somehow been touched by slave labor, but the larger companies that we are purchasing from may be inadvertently, or even knowing it, taking part in indentured servitude, in modern day slavery, and it's really heartbreaking. So facts like that, facts that fashion is the second most polluting industry in the world, that we use something crazy like 2,700 liters of water to make one t-shirt, or maybe I think for jeans it was like 1,000 something liters of water, and these are just insane numbers. And I wanted to get more informed so that I could inform other people and encourage you to inform yourself. It would be much easier for me to go ahead and just buy chocolate from any place, or just go to a store and buy a really cheap t-shirt, had I not had this information. But now that I have it and I know, I want to make sure that I'm being good to those people and loving them. So the source of where we're getting our things and the process is incredibly important. And not to sound like a hippy dippy weirdo again, but I really do believe that there is like an energy or a path, a flow when everything is made. So whoever started to make this shirt was feeling a certain way when they made it. I'm gonna sound crazy, but I believe that if they were treated well, if they were paid well, and the process was healthy, then it's gonna get, I mean, not only is it gonna be a better made shirt and look awesome, but it's not gonna carry that negativity with it. And I don't know, maybe that does sound crazy, but I do believe that the process and the source is so important, because there are real hands, real humans behind everything that we're purchasing. So this video is just to encourage you to make a change, maybe just one change. Maybe just decide to think about where you're buying your shirts, or where you're getting your food, or whether you want to decide to make a change with your plastic consumption, like deciding not to use straws anymore. And some may say that individual choices don't make a difference, but they really do. And so I'm here today to remind you that every single decision you make is important, and it is impacting somebody else in the world, whether you think so or not. We live in an international community and we don't even realize it. This pen sitting next to me, for example, was made in Japan. This shirt that I'm wearing right now, I know because it was made by 8A, who I'm an ambassador for, and I love 8A, by the way. Was made in Portugal. Actually, I'm going to check now, because it would be funny if I was wrong. It's on the other side. But I just want to stress how important it is to care about... Oh, did I just flash you guys? I just want to stress how important it is to care. Yes, made in Portugal. And I think I may just leave that in the video because it was kind of funny. But yeah, so that is my big speech for today, my comments for the day. I just want to encourage us all to think so much more about every single choice, because I mean, and I don't mean this to like stress you out or make you feel guilty about the things that you are buying. I just want to encourage us all to make little differences, because they really do matter. And so let me know if there's anything else that you want to hear about. Leave comments below if you think I'm being a crazy lady. Let me know that too. I'm open to all of your comments. So yeah, I guess if I could choose a challenge for you, I would focus on fashion, and I would just ask you to look at the labels of the clothing that you're purchasing, and maybe do a little bit of research into that company. So if you walk into a Zara, maybe just Google, where does Zara make most of its clothing? How are Zara employees treated? Employees, by employees I mean the ones in other countries. And just see if you can find some more information, and if it encourages you to make any changes. And if you do want to check out companies that are making changes in the lives of their employees and trying to impact the globe in a really positive way, I will put a link below in the description so that you can see my list of ethical companies. So feel free to take a look at that on my blog, and if you have any other questions, just let me know. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you around. Bye.